Alright, here we go. This is a custom 1v1 on Duel between the blue player in the upper left, Titofigue in the Medic Osprey Flying Mako, and his opponent, the green player in the bottom right, going with a Raptor Neo, a Lexi Neo, Moneymaker Lexi Neo. Weird stuff. And Titofigue is like, Lexi, what? So that is interesting. And Titofigue with an Artie, a Bertha, Roller, Gemini, Seeker, very straight up, and bombs. Oh man, straight up meta loadout right there. That's pretty hardcore. Big Boss going with a heavy Moneymaker build and going with Dillos and Buckies and Flackers, and does have a Roller. And bombs also, bombs and Bertha. So, I mean, I guess it does. The two loadouts don't vary hugely. I guess Big Boss pretty much just has like the light versions of each thing. And Patcher too, I guess. Titofigue is going for the bunker immediately, but missed two creeps. Wow, missed two of the bunkers. So, yeah. Interesting, weird stuff. Gonna disarm the mine. No, needs to be a little worried about that. Lexi Neo, even if it's level 1, it's still pretty scary. And you know, don't wanna risk dying at the beginning, like for no real reason. Titofigue aggressively approaching the front, right there, the front of mid, and Big Boss also microing up. Titofigue is a little bit ahead in terms of the mid fight, but Big Boss is ahead in the upkeep. Now it's 18 to 14. 1 point spent into a heal for Titofigue, which is, I'm not even going to say standard. Like, I don't even know how you can Osprey without doing that, but either way, I guess maybe on big maps where you're not going to do that, where you're not going to immediate mid-fight, maybe like Veil or sometimes Thar, depending on the approach, but either way, Big Boss losing the, well, not losing the mid-fight, but Titofigue getting the outpost under his control for a brief amount of time. The Dillos will neutralize. He does need to move the Dillos closer, I would say, yeah, so Titofigue cannot hold that outpost for very long. And it does look like Big Boss is still pretty ahead in the upkeep. It's 23 to 21. Oh no, Titofigue. Oh, now queuing up Roller. Big Boss is at level 2. And what does he have in queue? He has 2 Dillos in queue. So look at this line. Holy crap, that is a freaking push defense line right there if I've ever seen one. And gonna link the Roller probably. No, just oh, stops it, but it's going after the mine, so that's fine. And Titofigue for some reason trying to heal it before the Roller gets there. Big Boss almost finishing off Tito before Tito goes. Oh, and Big Boss really low in health, but as the Neo doesn't have to worry too much about getting focused by the Osprey, or at least chased by the Osprey. Oh, and now a secret Dillo cluster being hidden. Well, I guess that's the definition of secret, right? So I don't know if I had to reiterate that in that phrase. And Big Boss landing for stasis for no real reason, you know, but to just do it because it is a cooldown based ability, which I'm not necessarily a fan of at all. Oh, and Titofigue is just going to wreak havoc right here. Big Boss is going to lose a lot of these units. He's going to need to pull them, not necessarily pull them back, but spread them out. Losing tank after tank after tank, and probably a couple of patchers too. I'm not exactly sure what he's losing, but Titofigue bombing like crazy. How many Dillos does Big Boss have over here? He has about 7, and an 8th one going down. I'm assuming setting to Y, going to eventually switch him to T. The credit box is down over here. Titofigue has not grabbed his as well, but he will be able to push right through. Big Boss slowing the push down a little bit with that stasis, but Titofigue is still going to win overwhelmingly. But however, Titofigue does not notice this coming yet. Big Boss has set that on Y. Will he be able to get there to switch it to T to take that close outpost? Is that even what he's planning? I'm guessing these are going to be dropped on T here, and the switch is going to happen right about now. But Titofigue, he has pretty much pushed all the way through, grabbing that lockbox, and oh no, Big Boss grabbed the lockbox, didn't he? Oh no, okay, I guess I'm hallucinating there. I could have sworn someone did pick it up. But Titofigue really won mid-fight pretty much definitively, but Big Boss going to be able to get this outpost under his control. Titofigue trying to stop it, but not going to be able to do it. Level 1 creeps and Osprey, you know, not really going to be able to stop that. Titofigue actually real low on health. Will Big Boss be able to get this finish? Does draw the stasis, but doesn't. I would have done a ledge transform, or at least I think the right choice there, which is a little sad because it's still a weirdly a mechanic, but the right choice at that point would have been a ledge transform. I think personally, I would say that right about here to get that last hit on Titofigue. And if it didn't work, he would have been able to hit him in the air. So, but lots and lots of Dillos here on the side. Well, not just on the side, all over. Big Boss getting a pretty good surround. Queuing up Dillo after Dillo after Dillo. At this point, what I personally like doing is setting an auto deploy path, like right here in the front. Titofigue saying, "Why so evil?" I mean, he really. I mean this was pretty. You know, textbook. Giving up mid for the close, and then Titofigue, instead of deciding to push through, he went back for the defense, and that's it. That is going to be it. Big Boss grabbing this 1v1 with a Lexi Neo. Lexi didn't really play too much of a factor, but that's what got him the game. The Big Boss taking this custom 1v1 on Duel over Titofigue in the Osprey. Man, interesting. You know, normal side push stuff. It's the kinds of things that you usually see on Duel. Use a faster unit, or really keep the opponents busy and use some slower units. It's a little harder to use the slower units since the goalies are there to soften the crap out of your units on the way. Big Boss might have wanted to draw a path, but he didn't really need to. He was able to get to his tanks by the time he needed to switch them to T, or capture for those of you on console. I don't know if Titofigue would have won if he did push through. I mean, he had Gemini though, so that was pretty good. And if Big Boss decided to go back and defend, which I would guess he would have done at that point, instead of continue to push on, yeah, it was pretty much just these two players. It was sort of whoever was forced to defend first, and that's kind of what happened. And that's how Big Boss took it. But yeah, maybe if Titofigue, because I think he had 2 rollers in there. I don't exactly remember, but I think he did have 2. If he just had 1 and replaced that with maybe 1.5 more Gemini, and I'm saying half because probably, you know, you just estimate the remaining credits left, you know, he probably would have been able to win the base race, I think. I don't know. It's really hard to say, though, because Big Boss could have came back to defend while sending his Dillos out, and then Titofigue had nothing to defend the fort with, should Big Boss have pushed out and gone back for the defense at the same time, because he was continually making Dillos as well, so he would have been able to slow down that, you know, would have been able to slow down that the damage going down should Titofigue have pushed through. But I think actually in that case, both players would probably have gone back to defend. I'm just guessing just from what happened just now. But anyway, guys, interesting game, nice quick game, and see, that's one of the things I like about AirMech, the variety in like how. Like, games can go fast, games can take kind of forever, games can be like 10 to 15, 20 minutes, which is where I like. That's kind of my sweet spot in terms of game length. But yeah, man, it could be anything, and that's one of the best things for me about AirMech. So send in your replays, play in the turn. Well, not play. Signups are over, but come and spec the tournament. Make sure you check in number 1, which is up. I'm hoping I'm gonna say today because I'm planning on releasing this video tomorrow. Check in number 1 if you did sign up. And if you have friends that signed up and forgot to check in number 1, remind them so we have a nice, you know, meaty bracket on Saturday. All right, guys, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.